still can't wrap my head around what happened that morning. Picture this, a quiet suburban street. Kids lined up by the yellow school bus stop. Backpacks swinging. Parents sipping coffee nearby. Then beam our HOA president, Karen, storms out of her house screaming about noise violations, and before anyone could even react, she slaps a 10-year-old boy so hard his jaw breaks. You could hear the crack from halfway down the block. God, I still hear it in my sleep. People froze. Moms gasped. One dad yelled, "Are you out of your mind?" But Carino, she didn't back down. She started screeching that the kids were trespassing on her grass. Never mind that it was a public sidewalk. She waved her HOA clipboard like it was a royal decree. "These brats need discipline," she shouted. "Who the hell talks like that to kids?" I stepped forward, shaking, because my niece was standing right there, crying. Karen glared at me like I was the problem. "You'll hear from my lawyer," she spat. "This entire street will face an HOA lawsuit for harassment." I couldn't believe it. A kid was bleeding, jaw hanging wrong, and this woman's talking lawsuits. Unreal. Here's the thing Karen didn't know. Across the street, leaning casually on a mailbox, was Judge Alan Hughes. Yeah, Federal Judge Hughes. The kind who's put mob bosses behind bars. He just moved into the neighborhood. That morning, he happened to be watching his own granddaughter at the same bus stop. Karen didn't notice him. Big mistake. Before anyone even called 911, Hughes was already walking over, trench coat flapping, face like thunder. The crowd parted. Karen puffed up, thinking he was another HOA lackey backing her up. "Good," she barked. "Someone with authority." Hughes just stared, his voice low but slicing through the air. "Lady, you're under citizen's arrest until the police arrive." Karen's smirk vanished. She stammered about discipline and self-defense. But Hughes had already signaled a neighbor to start recording. He told her, calm and deadly, "I just watched you commit felony child abuse. Try forging the story later, I dare you." The way he said forging, my stomach flipped. Everyone knew Karen had faked HOA fines before, even altered community records to evict a single mom last year. She loved bending the rules, thought she was untouchable. Police sirens wailed in the distance. Karen panicked, grabbing at Hughes's sleeve, hissing, "Do you know who I am? I run this HOA." Hughes didn't even blink. "Lady," he said, "I run federal courtrooms. Sit down." God, the silence after that. You could hear birds stop singing. Cops rolled up fast. Paramedics lifted the sobbing boy onto a stretcher, his jaw swollen like a grapefruit. Karen tried her usual act, tears, pointing fingers, wild claims about parents conspiring against her. Didn't work. Hughes handed officers his phone with a crystal-clear video. The cops cuffed Karen right there. No hesitation. People actually clapped. I swear, it felt like justice for every ridiculous HOA fine we'd ever paid. Weeks later, we found out Karen had tried another stunt. She filed a fraud complaint against the boys' parents, claiming they attacked her. Bad move. Hughes personally forwarded evidence to the DA and get this, sat in the courtroom during her arraignment. She walked in wearing designer sunglasses like it was a speeding ticket hearing. She walked out facing multiple felony charges and a civil lawsuit from the boys' family that's going to bankrupt her HOA empire. But here's the real twist. Turns out, Hughes had already been investigating shady HOA practices for years. Karen's meltdown handed him exactly what he needed: proof of corruption, forged documents, illegal fund transfers. It wasn't just about the broken jaw. Anna Maria cracked open a whole operation. One by one, Karen's cronies started flipping on her. Now, Karen's house has a foreclosure notice nailed to the front door. HOA meetings are run by decent folks again. And sometimes, late at night, when the street is dead quiet, I think about that morning, about how fast power can crumble, About karma finally showing up wearing a federal judge's badge. And every time I pass that bus stop, I remember Hughes standing there, steady as a rock, saving a whole neighborhood with just a few words. Funny thing is, Karen always bragged that nothing happened in this suburb without her knowing. Guess she never saw her own downfall coming. Subscribe if you want to hear how Karen tried one last insane stunt from jail because she's still not done scheming.